Hey everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury, the channel where I show you what authentic luxury clothing and streetwear looks like. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an awesome monogram logo sweater by BODE, who are an awesome up-and-coming American company, sustainable stuff. You'll see there's some details in there that show a lot about where it was made, how it was made. So very interesting kind of forward-thinking clothing. So we're going to look at all the details like the retail tags, brand tag, care tag, fabrication, all that stuff. We're also going to try it on, and I'll tell you a bit about how it feels and also kind of what the fit is like. So let's check it out. But before we get going, I've looked into it, and a very, very tiny percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So it doesn't cost you anything. If you like the content I make, just click that subscribe button, and I thank you profusely. Oh my God, look at how beautiful this sweater is. All right, so first let's check out the retail tags that come with it. So as you can see, it's just some matte white pieces of cardstock. You can kind of see the texture coming through here. And on the front of this one, it's just printed on. You can't really feel the letters, but in black, you've got BODE, and in the bottom right, New York, all in caps. The back of that one is blank. And then this next card I think is really, really cool. So it says, BODE specializes in creating garments made from and inspired by globally sourced antique textiles and historical techniques. So this sweater, they filled it in by hand, inspired by 1960s children's knits, is handmade in Peru. All wear, mending, and imperfections are unique to the original fabric. Handle with care. So I love that. They just tell you what it's inspired by, where it was made, how it was made, stuff like that. This is just so cool, and I wish more companies did stuff like this. And on the back of that, at the very bottom, you've got the website, and then you've also got a rectangular white sticker, and you've got the model number up top there, and then under it, BODE signature sweater. And then you've got your size. So BODE doesn't do a ton of sizes. Usually it's just small, medium, and then medium, large. They might do large XL, I'm not quite sure, but those are the main ones you'll see. So we'll talk a bit about that later and how that fit is. And then you've got your fabrication, so 100% wool, where it was made, Peru, and your colorway, red. And you can see those tags are hole punched up here, and you've got a simple knot with a white string that goes through the bottom right of the brand tag at the back of the neck there. And speaking of that brand tag, let's check that out next. So as you can see, this is kind of a grayish off-white embroidered tag, and in there, in black, or maybe a really dark navy, I think kind of in between the two, you've got the BODE logo print there. And you can see that this is stitched in all four corners with single white stitches. So it seems like they kind of move there. I'm guessing they're supposed to be maybe horizontal at first, but they're done somewhat loosely, so they move around. So that one's like diagonal right now, that one's horizontal, this one's vertical, so nothing too crazy there to worry about. But on the backside, you can see the inverse colors, and you can see that this is definitely navy, so I'm guessing that, yeah, that would be navy as well then. It's just easier to tell here. And then you can see the inverse color, the white coming through that logo, very clean, and you also have some kind of 4 stripes going through in the back, so that's a really good thing to look for there. Next, let's take a look at the care tag inside the sweater. So this, I think, is so cool. It's like a canvas tag, and it's just folded over and then sewn in with a white stitch there and there in both of the corners up there. And then printed on there in black, you got your size, which again, medium, large, and these are on kind of dotted lines, your fabrication, and your origin. In this case, they're more specific and say Lima, Peru. And you've got a solid line there, and then the website again at the bottom, but this time without the www dot. And on the back of that, they're very straightforward. The only care instructions there are just dry, clean only. Pretty straightforward. I appreciate that. I don't like to be too complicated either. And it looks like they've got just kind of a cutting guide at the bottom there, that line to show them where to cut, and so that might show through there for you as well. Now let's take a look at some of the unique elements of this sweater, starting with that logo print that's all over. So you can see how evenly spaced each letter is, and you can kind of see that herringbone pattern almost inside there of each piece of the knit. So it's a relatively loose knit. Like you can see the top and bottom of the O is just 2 of those V's there. And the sides of the O is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So it's really impressive that they could get such a kind of clear lettering out of such a thick knit. And that collar is a nice open kind of rib knit. It's double layer. You can kind of feel both layers there. And that's also true of the sleeves and the hem, although those are a bit wider. The hem, on the other hand, though, while it does have that same fabrication, it's only a single layer. And then if we turn it inside out, we can see the inside of that knit and each piece of that going kind of horizontally there. And it is just so beautiful. Like, you don't see craftsmanship like this anymore. So I'm just so happy to own a piece that kind of utilizes these techniques. It is so cool to me. So now that we've checked everything out, let's try it on to see how it feels and see how it fits. I am super happy with whatever type of wool that they use specifically because it is not scratchy at all. That's one of my least favorite things about a wool sweater. So it is nice and soft and warm and exactly what I want out of a wool sweater. So I love that. As for the sizing, again, this one was a medium/large, and I don't know, this feels more like a small/medium to me because that's what I am. I'm a small bordering on a medium. So if I were you, if I was a medium, I would get the medium large. If I was an extra small, that's when I get the small medium. So again, to make it clear, I would suggest sizing up one size, although it's hard to say what one size is in this case because BODE does combine their sizes like that. So that is how you tell the difference between real and fake BODE. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.